Welcome to AP Biology. I'm Mr. Albright, and I am here right now to help you navigate how to accomplish our summer work. All right. So the first thing I want to say is don't be overwhelmed. It may look like it's a lot, but it's actually not that bad. What is really important, however, is that you use this opportunity to sort of learn some of the basic rhythms of how we will go about doing the class. So the first thing I want to say is that you will have the summer and the first 10 class periods of the school year to accomplish the summer work. Don't delay all of it until then, because during those first 10 class periods, we will also be doing other things, such as certain labs and certain activities that I can't have you do over the summer on your own. So some of that time you'll have to do work, some of that time you're going to be doing work all together. All right. So what I want to do right now is I want to walk you through how to navigate some of that. So if you're here, you have received an invitation to this Google Classroom, and you will find under here in the start here this video, which is not loaded yet, but you will also have a couple others about like how to use the textbook, how to access AP Classroom as I get there. Okay. But what you will also find is there are two sections for the summer work. There is section 1, which is some evolutionary work that you're going to cover over the summer, and section 2, which is the ecology work that you're going to cover over the summer. So each of these sections begins with what I like to call a learning guide, and that's what this assignment is right here. So what I want to do is I want to talk to you about how we go about navigating the learning guides. So let's ignore this header up here for a section. So you see this is section 1, evolution. It gives you a little bit of detail about what this is about, right? And then if you look over here, it says step 1, watch and take notes on the following videos. So you will find all of these on Edpuzzle. I will have another video about using Edpuzzle. It'll be short, but once you are in Google Classroom, I will import the Google Classroom to Edpuzzle, so you will use the same login for both. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos that you have to watch in Edpuzzle for this section. So what you should do is you should watch these videos and you should take notes. The videos have questions to sort of guide you to the things that are important, but you should take notes on the videos so that you are retaining the information that is being presented to you in that format. And when you watch the videos, what you want to do is you want to come over here to these. So what you see in this box on the right side, I think it says 7.9 phylogeny, 7.1 speciation, 10 speciation, 7.12 origins of life. These are the standards from the College Board. So these are the things that you're supposed to understand. And you'll notice that they're all checkboxes. So what you should do is when you watch the videos, you take notes, you should come over here and read through the standards and say to yourself, what do I understand? And I bet you it's a lot of it, but it might not be all of it. And that's okay, right? So then what you do is you move on to step 2. And you're going to go to the textbook. And the textbook you access online. I just need to straighten one thing out with textbook accounts. But I will definitely have you access to the textbook shortly after July 1st, if not sooner. And what you'll do is you'll go to the textbook and you will read the chapter reviews for chapter 20, chapter 22, and chapter 23. All right. And I'll show you. There's actually a link to the textbook right here. All right. So once you're able to access that, you'll be able to log in. And I will actually put together another video of how to find the chapter reviews, what you can do with them, some of the stuff that you can do with the textbook. So then you read through the chapter reviews. You notice I'm not telling you to read through the whole chapter, right? You start with the chapter reviews. And then you go back to this list and you look down and you say to yourself, what do I understand? And you check it off. All right. Then on the textbook, there will be an assignment that is called the Summer Assignment Section 1, Quiz 1. And it'll be 15, 20 questions, all multiple choice. You take the quiz. You will have a score. You can put it here. And then you look at these standards again. And you say to yourself, okay, well, what do I actually know? Was I right about what I thought I knew? Was I wrong? Change your little check marks. And then you come down here And you'll notice that I have the standards again. So like 7.9 phylogeny, 7.10 speciation, 7.11 extinction, 7.13 origins of life on Earth. And I have some optional activities. So what you want to do is, let's say that you're in speciation and you have things inside speciation you don't feel like you understand well. So you go down here to 7.10, and what I have here is 4 different optional activities that you can do. You can take notes and read the entirety of the following textbook sections. So what you'll notice is that before I had you reading the textbook chapter summaries, now I'm having you look at specific sections. So that way you could sort of narrow in on the things that you felt less comfortable with understanding. So you've got textbook sections, you can do the read them and take notes. You could do the concept check questions at the end of each section. Occasionally, I will have coloring sheets or case studies or interactive activities that will be listed here. And then I also frequently have what I refer to as an online assignment. And you can find the online assignments on the textbook website. All right, when I do the video on accessing the textbook, I will show you where they are, but they're basically like some interactive activities, some sort of like thinking questions, and they're great because they give you as many opportunities as you need to answer them. And so a lot of students really do find them useful in terms of developing their understanding. So you will look at the things you think you understand and look at the things you're not sure you understand, and you will choose some optional activities. You don't have to do any of them. You don't have to do all of them. Part of the goal of the way we go about learning in this classroom is for you to decide what you feel like you need to do to reach understanding. And once you feel like you've got it, you go down here and there's a second quiz. Again, it's only going to be like 15, 20 questions. You're going to answer that, put in your score. And then, now that you've done all of it, videos, textbook chapter summaries, quiz, optional activities, second quiz, you go all the way back up and you look at these standards. And you'll notice that there's a drop-down box here. And what you're going to do is you're going to rate your understanding for the standard of phylogeny. Is it developing, progressing, proficient, or advanced? And you can see up here, that's what the header is. It's giving you clues about how you think about your understanding to decide how to rate yourself. And then you rate yourself for each one of the 3 topics. Then you go down here and you rate yourself in overall understanding. You put a note here about one thing that you might like feedback on, and then one thing for yourself that you could do differently to change your understanding moving forward. And then you submit this. And once you submit this, you're going to go back here and you're going to do the next learning guide. So the only thing I want to point out is I'm actually going to add a couple of assignments under each section. One of them is review through the albert.io website. And as soon as I sort out whether that's available from now through next year or whether I have to wait till July 1st, I will let you know. And that will have some practice exam questions, and you will just complete it and submit it. And then we're also going to have AP Classroom assignments, but you're honestly not going to be able to do those until we come back at the beginning of the school year. Because when we assign you to AP Classroom, we have to assign you to the actual class period that you are in, and we won't know that until the end of August. Okay? So this is your first video on how you're going to go about doing your summer assignment. It's how you handle the learning guide. I do want to point out, see here, Origin of Life coloring sheets, Evolution coloring sheet 3. These are 2 of the optional assignments. So if you need something from me, it will be here underneath that section. All right, you'll have more than one video from me, so good luck.